I have been vindicated. I warned Nigerians, but they did not listen. This is coming from the former governor of Ekiti State and the chieftain of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Chief Ayo Fayose, as he speaks on politics, insecurity problem, and general governance as it affects Nigeria. Yes, he's been one of the frontline critics of the incapacitated Nigerian president. He has always portrayed himself as a sincere man. I've always loved this man for one thing, always standing tall and saying the truth when it matters. You're going to hear from him. The only thing they do for us is to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell for subsequent notification updates of our videos. We appreciate you. Thank you, and God bless you richly.
Before we go into politics proper, let's take a look at the security situation in Nigeria. How can you describe what we face today in the country?
Well, you recall that, well, good evening, Nigerians. You recall that in 2014 or 2015, I was a very clear person. It was as if I saw the end in the beginning. I was very clear. I was not following the crowd. I saw things clearly. I was able to reflect my experience as a young man when the present president was head of state. Events that happen when a man is young remains in his memory for life. So I recalled very well the kind of leadership President Muhammadu Buhari could offer Nigerians. And may I say before going on that I'm available for arrest. I'm not running anywhere.
What did you do? Why you?
I'm just saying that because it is the era of arresting and detaining people who have contrary views about government. We are too old to run away from arrest. So just let me lay that foundation because of a few things that I will say tonight. Let me equally remind you that I said to Nigerians, this journey you want to embark on, you will regret it. Today, even if I were to be a fortune teller, I would have been making money from that. I told them the president has no capacity. And when a leader cannot provide, when the head is sick, the whole body will be in trouble. The voice of a leader, the words of a leader remains authority, and people will stand in reference to those words. Everything happening to Nigerians and Nigeria today is a product of kind of leadership that we took. The journey we started in 2015. Without doubt, majority of the people that brought the president today are suffering in silence. They cannot talk again. They are ashamed they can't proudly celebrate this president. Look at everything, not security alone. Everything has failed. Look at a situation. You cannot, if an economy goes bad, one day you can have a president who has a good economic team and repair the system and put the economy on track. One day you can have you can have infrastructural deficiency. Somebody might come tomorrow and fix all that. But when you have a country ravaged by insecurity, killing, bandits, whatever name they call it, and above all, hate. Nigeria today is a country badly divided on a brink of tilting the other way around. Jonathan left office, and I don't want to go the route of politics, for reasons of Chibok girls celebrated all over the world. This one, how many Chiboks have we gotten now? When this issue of Chibok, issue of fuel increase and all that happened, President Muhammadu Buhari was on the street walking with a number, and Oyegu our leader, from
the former national chairman.
They were walking on the streets. Jonathan must go. We have gotten to a place where the truth has confronted the present administration. This killing is one too many. Nowhere is spared. We were thinking originally that Southwest is far from the North. We are in major challenge now. When you refuse to take steps will take itself against you. If a president, you cannot equally reassure your citizens, you can't come out. The words of a president is supposed to carry authority. Are you talking about herdsmen? Stop there. Similar thing happened in Ghana. And they were very clear. They said, stop there. Military, police, all of them, security agents took appropriate steps. It stopped. If my family is terrorizing people, then I'm culpable. If my sons are linked to certain things that is unbecoming, then something must have failed fundamentally. I want to stand here to say that it's not all Fulani people that are bad. I stand to say that again. We have a lot of them as friends. My late friend is from Malifashi. Ali Garuba was my special advisor during my first tenure. He was a Fulani man, complete gentleman, a professor. But today, when you have a little yeast, it's going to multiply the remaining. And the moment evil is perpetuated, the righteous is quiet, then the whole system will be defeated. Today, the silence of the president is perpetuating violence and insecurity in our country. When I spoke about the presidential panel not visiting Oyo State after so many people had been killed in Moniya, in Shasha, they came after. Because the president himself, let us give it to him for reasons of age. Everybody will be old one day. He remains a father. But what that boy's father you were talking to a minute ago, that boy was a diehard of President Muhammad Buhari. I was following the young man. For that young man to say what he has said, and for them to now detain that young man, it's unfortunate. Insecurity in Nigeria today is not a function of who is committing what. It's a function of a leader that has failed. It's a function of failure of leadership.
Now, let me ask you the question I was just trying to get now. It seems that Miyetti Allah is following the law that you laid down when you're a governor in your state.
Very correct.
Yes. So
you know that was what I told Governor Makinde. I said, when you begin war, you end up in dialogue. But you can start it with dialogue. What I'm trying to say is that when I enacted that law, most of the then governors of APC were telling me that what is Fayose doing? That law, okay, what does it matter? Today they've all gone to copy it. That's to say well done to them for copying it and doing the right thing. That law is to say that in my state, you can't put cow around wandering. No, it's not possible. Those who are afraid of re-election will obviously be afraid to do the right things. The first thing is that the life of the people we govern, we lead, is more important than even our interest. Today, our interest is over and above the people we govern. Then I made a law. I did not stop at that. 6 people went to jail for going to feed in another man's farm, because I've said it's not elders farmers clash. No. The farmers have always, the land has always been there even before the farmers. The farm will remain there after them. It's a constant variable. It is the elders that comes to their farm. When you do things, they will tell you what are the capital investments that are immovable. The farmers are immovable. They can't carry their plants home. The elders can feed on your things and go to another man's land.
So what do you think is...
The issue now is that the elders must find a way. It's standard, it's business. You must find a way. When you go to the eyebrow of Abuja, do you see dogs strolling around? These big men around, living in 5-star houses, would they be happy when they see dogs, goats, pigs, like in our villages? They all know what to do. They have failed to do it. That was what I said it in one of my interviews. The rich will cry in this country very soon if they don't address the problems of this country. Let me tell you, would it not be amazing and surprising that as a governor that is duly protected by military, by police, the governor is still attacked? How much more you that went to hire police to travel to your village? They will chop you one day. What we fail to do for the children of the poor will haunt us thereafter many years to come. Tell the rich in this society, tell those in authority, those who are there today, when they ask Lai Mohammed, he will say, he will be referring to what was not done in 2014, in 2012. You were elected to do the right thing. The mistakes some people made yesterday, you were elected to correct them. I was ashamed when I saw the Minister of Information coming to justify the taking of students in their schools. Let me say this to you again. That has become a big business. Everybody's feeding fat in that.
In what? Kidnapping?
Of course.
But do we have a solution? You've been a governor before.
The solution I've told you.
Yes.
Everything, if my sons are not 18 years old, everything stops at my table. The Bible says, teach your son, your children, when they are young.
No, go ahead, I can hear you.
Now, you see, recall that when these children fail to do the right, when they fail to do, the parents should be asked.
Yeah.
That is what I'm trying to tell you. When the head is sick, the body will be sick. The president, the leadership of the country, the people that matters in this country should speak up. Should stop allowing Nigerians to die for their carelessness. I want to say to you, there is none of them living in their states anymore. None of them living. I've seen a old senator, a old House of Rep, who says majority of our local governments has been taken over by Boko Haram. Most of us will live in Abuja. That is the gospel truth. When you see chief of general army staff, whatever, when minor incidents happens in town, you see them carry gun, carry this one. When Boko Haram comes, they will run away. So the problem, the solution is that the government by itself, because they're telling us there is no, the military is being rejigged. This one, the more they try to rejig, because it's not founded in sincerity, you have a worse crisis the next morning. They've rejigged now. They went to school in Samfara. They've rejigged now. Crisis again. We appeal to them. We appeal to them. When you get to those offices out of favoritism, out of the pleasure of an individual, you will want to please the individual more than the nation. Okay, now let's because I like know I said, that law that I said, we will go to that of politics. Helps you to bring people together. I brought Beyati Allah to my state. The former emir of Kano sent the former governor of Kano State to come to my state. They sent so many people. Former governor of Jigawa came to my state, all on the same issue. We dialogued, we went to the farms, we went to where the Hausa communities are, we were able to identify a few bad eggs, we were able to set up a monitor committee between the government, the farmers, a lot of people came together, and Miyati Allah has their members in the state. We were working together, so we were able to pinpoint the criminals among them. Now, and I was able to get from each local government well over 100 to about 150 hunters. Their own is not to carry gun. Their own is to give us information quickly when you see strange movement. The one that they said they
and it works then.
It worked. 5,000 every month I give to them. So we were getting enough information. When we get this information, we pass it to the police. Before you get there, they will run away. Before you do the evil, we will have had an information. They will tell us, against your law, some people are, you have to carry your cows inside truck to pass my state. It's your business. Don't destroy another man's business.
Now there's a point I'm going to. You know, Nigeria is our only country. We do not have another country. But it seems that this narrative of ethnicity, religion, and tribe
is so bad.
Is taking a larger portion of whatever is happening.
That was why I said to you, our governors, let us even leave President Buhari aside now. Let us say, okay, see, the president is not doing what he ought to do. The next level of leadership is the governors. The governors must lay aside their party loyalties or lineage in terms of APC and PDP and this. They must come together and make and take decision, not just coming to register your presence in the Economic Council, Insecurity Council. We must come together and help this president, because this country has gone far than to divide. We have gone too far. We have intermarried. Our children are friends. Too many things has gone far. So it's not going to be in the interest of this country for us to go into war, but the leadership of the country too, the governors particularly, they can solve this problem if they choose to do that.
Okay, let's take a look at those who feel that what is happening is politics. There are those who have this narrative that we do not have a statesman anymore. When will politicians stop playing politics with the lives of Nigerians?
You see, that is the truth. That is why you cannot see them talk like this. They are afraid. When
you're not a politician. You're a politician.
I'm number one politician. I'm clear in this country. Everybody can define the Fayose. You can define me. You know where I stand. When I'm with you, I'm there. I'm not a perfect man, but I am honorable. I will never follow multitude to sin. I am saying to you, you might not like my style, but I mean well, and I will continue to be like this because this is the way God has created me. The moment men of honor, I've said it earlier, the people who are supposed to speak up, pastors, men of God, who are supposed, traditional rulers, who are supposed to make, you know, when things happen in America, they get virtually all countries in the world to condemn that thing. Then America will come out, Britain will come out, we will defeat bandits together. We will defeat terror together. Nigeria, no, it's another thing entirely. That was why I told you that the governors has a role to play. It's leadership. When they want to give you vaccine now, they will come before the television, they will take it. It's paying them, they will laugh. They pretend as if it's not paying them. That is providing leadership not to discourage other people. They should rise and save this country. Let us leave Mr. President for now. Governors, save this country. Assist us. Assist us. Stop blaming the past. The past is in the past. The children yet unborn will still come and meet should still come and meet a country that is viable, not dead, not divided. When you see an Hausa man is suspicious of an Yoruba man. When a Yoruba man is suspicious of an Hausa man, an Igbo and all that. It hasn't been this bad until the advent of his government.
Okay, now.
So, men of honor, like you said, the only thing these people know how to do now is to say, I have decamped. I have decamped.
That takes me to the next question.
Okay.
We once heard that you are moving away from your party, the PDP. Some persons are already poaching you to join the APC.
You see, when you say that, I get irritated. There are certain things now. I am over 60. I must live a life of honor. If I leave PDP or if I don't do, then I'm no more into politics. You can be in any party and be of use, not jumping from one bed to another. Not jumping from what would a two-term governor, I don't want to mention names, from Ogun State, who was well referred in his days, heydays, two-term governor of Ogun State, celebrating that 3 governors are coming to meet me. The national chairman is coming. Very shameful, very belittling. Even when you make money, even when they give you position, what will you do with it? Let me ask you. Some people, they can make them minister at 60. I will never be minister to anybody. To do what? My children are there. I have 5 sons. My other people are there who are useful, whose head, their brain is still working fast than ours. What can you eat? How can you, a governor, former governor, two-term governor, when you are going, almost 50 cars will be following you. Today, where Agbada will start. 5 governors are coming. In fact, to my amazement, I've been captured. You remain captured, though. It should remain captured, because these are noble men, honorable men. Well, they will tell you that we would be able to tell the truth. When we are on a particular side, our voice will go. Please count me out of that kind of a question. And anybody talking about a Fayose, Ayo Fayose Oshoko, Ekoke, Peter, to go to APC is in another world.
I also heard you said you would like to contest and be president of Nigeria. You had said that in 2019. We even saw your flyers.
Let me say to you, the office of a president is a noble one. I have all it takes to be president of Nigeria. I love to be president of Nigeria, but I am not desperate. If it's zoned to where I am or where I come from, if people find me worthy of it, if not, I can still assist people without being president, without being even a councillor. The last election, people wanted me to contest to go to Senate. I'm not a senator. Those things, when you finish your office, you want to go and have a place instead of doing work just to buy time. I don't want to go and buy time anywhere. It's a good thing to be president of Nigeria. I love to be, and God can make it happen. But not that I will now jump. To be president, people will come together and find you worthy. You understand? Don't take the front seat. Let them call you to the front seat.
Okay, let's look at the Southwest politics. 2023, there've been this struggle between the Southwest, Southeast, who will take over President Muhammadu Buhari's seat as president of Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a leader in the Southwest, is people are already clamoring for him. We have seen people opening offices for his 2023 ambition. And you are from the Southwest. Are you campaigning for Tinubu?
Can I say this very expressly to you? I am not a member of the APC. I am not, and I will never be. So, bringing a Tinubu's presidency would be out of place for me to answer. But I cannot deny saying this publicly before the television. Tinubu remains one figure in the West.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
We cannot deny that. I have equally, one time or the other, helped the APC when Governor Fayemi was to come into office against Governor Oni. There was nothing to it that I wanted to, that I'm looking for. If anybody wants to be governor of Ekiti, or any governor that is in Ekiti, if you respect me, I will be with you. If you don't respect me, I will show you Pepe. We've built name over time.
So they need to respect you first.
What I mean is that if you if a governor, you give us the right of respect I'm not supposed to give former governors. Governor Adebayo is my leader. He's APC. He's my leader. He was the first governor of that state. And when I wanted to appoint the chancellor for the University of Ekiti, I called him. You are our leader. You can come and be the chancellor here so that you can reorder the university. We're talking about Ekiti. So if a governor comes there, he said we don't matter. We too will tell you that you are not important.
But there was a time you supported Tinubu to become president.
No, I've never. Look, let me get. That was a video being circulated. That video was in 2017. And the question from the journalist was that was an issue about leadership in the West, and I said it expressly, and I'm still saying it. that Tinubu is a leader in the West that you cannot say, you cannot wish away. Myself, in the West, you can't wish me away. Everybody represents interest and what they are supposed to represent. So that's why I'm telling you, if I'm now misinterpreting my being sincere in terms of leadership, being sincere to mean that I am now in APC or I'm supporting Tinubu. Tinubu is, Governor Tinubu is older than me. It's not, but it's not in PDP. I can only support the PDP man. You understand? But I cannot see all of them that wants to criticize me now. When they see Tinubu, will they greet him? They will. When they see me, will they greet me? Yes. When my sister died, the president issued a release. Does it mean I'm a fan of the president? No. He's been humane. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu called me. I mean, I've not seen him eye to eye for about 3 years. Let me equally say other governors, other leaders, PC, PDP, they called me. That's how it's supposed to be. Politics is not, it should not be personal to the extent of you destroying another person. So, for me, I am a PDP man. When Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu gets his party's ticket, that is their internal matter.
But they seem to
we get our own.
There seems to be this disagreement between you and some leaders in PDP, a senator from your state and the governor of Oyo State.
You see, the senator from my state was not only a senator from my state, it was my deputy governor.
Yes.
So, I sincerely don't want to discuss that.
What about the
I remain their leader, except she comes here and say I'm not her leader. I appointed her as my deputy. And by God's grace and the support of God, she went to the Senate with my collaboration and cooperation. So if today we have issues, tomorrow we might not have. We are talking at the moment just to put the party together. Don't forget that when you don't have a central government, sometimes reconciliation is a bit difficult. So if anybody is offended again, my apologies. Because as a leader, what is important is for us to return to power. If Mr. Olujimi is aggrieved, my apologies. Leaders are supposed to equally lay back sometimes so that things can work. So it's not a do or die thing. She will remain a senator from Ekiti, for which I will forever remember that that's one of my senators that I worked hard for her to get there. So destroying her will not be an issue for me.
What about that between you and the Oyo State governor?
Yes, that's a major issue. Major issue. Not deniable. And I have said it severally. Governor Makinde must never, ever open his mouth and say he's my leader. I take exception. That's unacceptable. I collaborated with him. I supported him. I was the only sitting governor at the time. If he now wakes up, when he was to flag off his campaign, I was one that went to hand over flags to him, gave him the red pen. Think of it; it is a higher authority that can do that for you. It's a senior member of the police that can hang your rank for you, not a junior person. He's only been governor for 1 year, 4 months. So what has changed between that time and now? No.
But what about the
and above it all, let me say this. Would you say Sanwo-Olu is the leader of Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu? Will you say what was the governor before him? Ambode is the leader of Tinubu? Or the governor from Abrasak is the leader of Saraki? Even Oyinlola, we were governors together. He's still my leader because he was governor of Lagos State before I became as a military person. I respect him 24 hours a day. When dog gets mad, he will cleverly look at the face of the person he's getting mad at. You say, this is my master. He will not go to bite him. Let me now tell you this one. When you have a masquerade, you in the area where they do masquerade, they will wear clothes for that masquerade. His friends, his people that are associated with him will wear masquerade. When that masquerade goes out and attempt to flog those people that dress him up, they will tell him, oh, Sule, it's you. But originally we say I'm a ghost or around. So, with all due respect, I don't want to dwell too much on Governor Makinde's matter, but it is time. The fact that we are former governors does not take away certain things from us. You too will become former. You come and join our queue.
So, but with all this, because we have limited time now, we are ending the program in a short while. With all this, looking at this position that you have taken, yes, it seems yourself and your state governor are still battling. Who is the leaders?
All is not well.
All is not well.
No, all is not well.
It's not really well.
I stand to
so
say
the peace move by the PDP is not working.
They've started.
Is it not working?
They just started. And I want to tell you, we will submit ourselves to that. But as of today, with all respect, that is my position. That is my position. I am not a contractor that will come and look for a job in Oyo State. I just came out of government. I'm not that kind of person. Don't take me on. If you look at my pedigree and my kind of person, if you take me on, I will not leave you. I will hold on to you like this. So Governor Makinde should not face unnecessary distraction. He should face his work. That is. But for PDP's initiation of peace process, I will key into it and I would cooperate to make sure that this is out of the way.
All right. Well, that's I wish we can have enough time. So we